Had my mic muted. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, welcome to the video. This is going to be part 3, I believe, of us going through Halo 5 Guardians for the first time ever. Before we get started here, I may have made a very big mistake in Halo 4. So I want to take some time at the beginning of this part to sort of address that. If you're watching this later on YouTube and you didn't watch my Halo 4 playthrough, or maybe the next few sentences don't interest you at all, feel free to skip ahead a few minutes. I have no idea how long this is going to take to explain, but I think that a pretty big explanation is warranted here. So yeah, basically, I played Halo 4, I played the entire game, and yeah, I was under the impression that you couldn't sprint in Halo 4. I thought when I first started playing that it was possible, because I heard that people talking about the new Halo games, you know, were complaining about sprinting and stuff. And so when I started Halo 4, I wanted to figure out what the button was, or how do I actually sprint, and I couldn't find it. You know, I pressed the sticks, I pressed the buttons, I couldn't figure out how to sprint, right? And so I just assumed it wasn't in Halo 4, or maybe I misheard, or maybe it was only in Halo 5. But then someone left a comment on my video a few days ago, saying, hey, you can press down the left stick and run. And I was like, wait, what? And having completed Halo 4 by that time and uploaded it, I launched my Xbox. I went back in there, and sure enough, it was possible to sprint, but my sprint button was set to the left bumper. And I think what happened here is, back when I was playing like Halo Reach and Halo Combat Evolved, I wanted to make sure that all the games had like the same controls. Even though I think the controls in Halo 5 are much better, I still wanted the old games to be consistent, so that at least if I had to relearn the controls, I wouldn't have to relearn the controls for every single game. So at the time, I set the controls for every game in the Master Chief Collection to a specific preset. I believe it was called the Universal Default Recon preset. It was something recon. So my sprint button in Halo 4 was set to the left bumper, and I just never thought to try out that button. And since the sticks didn't work, I guess, you know, again, I just didn't assume that sprinting was in Halo 4, so I just played all of Halo 4 without sprinting by accident. And I think there was even a time where I opened the menu to check specifically for sprinting at the very beginning of my Halo 4 playthrough, and I guess I just never saw that sprint was bound to the left bumper. So I guess I just missed that. I guess you could say I'm a big dum-dum, or I'm blind for not seeing it or something. I kind of put it like this, you know, I was looking at the sticks to see, and the buttons to see if there was anything for sprinting. I know in like some Assassin's Creed games, well, maybe not Assassin's Creed games, but in some games you can pull the trigger to sprint and stuff, but this is a shooter, so of course the triggers are going to be for shooting and stuff. So I never thought to look at the triggers and bumpers. I was looking mainly at the pushing it on the sticks. And I would sort of put it like this. Like, imagine you were told to go into a room and find a lamp, right? And you go in there and you don't find it, but then you're later told that you were supposed to look for the desk lamp on the desk in the corner, you know? It's like, if you're just told to look for a lamp, you might be looking for like a big tall lamp that stands off by itself, or maybe a lamp you would see on a nightstand table or something. But yes, a desk lamp does technically count as a lamp, but basically you weren't looking for it there, so you didn't find it. I think that's basically what happened for me in my defense. You can still say I'm a big dum-dum, you can still say I was blind for not seeing it or something, but yeah, regardless of what the case was, I don't really feel like I did anything too unreasonable. But again, you can say I'm blind for not seeing that, or whatever. I don't really care. But yeah, basically, it was possible to sprint in Halo 4. I never figured out how. I don't know if there was a point in the game where it says press left bumper to run or something, but regardless, it doesn't matter. I think I would have enjoyed Halo 4 a decent amount more if I knew how to sprint. So any comments I made praising like sprinting in Halo 5, I think you can just apply to Halo 4. Like, if I had known about sprinting in Halo 4, I would have praised Halo 4 for that. And I don't know if it was possible, but if there was like a preset in Halo 4 that set my buttons in Halo 4 to basically the same as they are in Halo 5, I probably would have praised the controls for Halo 4 too. So take any compliment that I said about sprinting or the controls in Halo 5, and you can basically just apply them to Halo 4, and I think that would work fine, you know. It's unfortunate that I didn't know about like the button to sprint in Halo 4. You can only play, you know, a Halo game for the first time once, right? So it sucks that happened. But yeah, again, I would have praised it for sprinting. I would have praised it for the controls if it was possible to make it similar to Halo 5. But it's just the shame because I think I would have enjoyed Halo 4 overall more if I had known about that. I think there's some explosives I could have dodged, so I wouldn't have died as much. There would have been long stretches where I would have been able to run and probably thought of, you know, that part of the game less of a stretch or a bit long or something, especially the beginning of the game and the end of the game where, you know, you're supposed to rush to the end, and I didn't because I couldn't sprint. I think I even commented on the end a bit there about, let's go on and mosey on over here since I can't sprint, when I was actually able to sprint and I just didn't know the buttons. So it sucks. Sorry if that annoyed Halo veterans, but I don't know what to tell you. Either you can think I'm a dum-dum, I don't really care. But what happened, so my apologies. But yeah, I think I would have liked Halo 4 overall if I had known that stuff. So just overall think of it as a better experience than it actually was. So that's all I have to say about that. Hey Sackboy, you kind of missed how I made a mistake about not knowing how to sprint in Halo 4, but I don't know. If anyone's joining us live here and missed that, you can scroll back on the VOD after the stream is over, or watch it on YouTube, because I've spent like 12 minutes, well, actually 8 minutes talking about this. I only started the recording 8 minutes ago. Anyway, sorry for the people on YouTube. If you're watching this, that was a huge explanation, but I think it was a pretty big mistake I made, so I think it was worth it. So I just wanted to put that into explanation in video form, because I replied to the person who commented that on YouTube, but it's obviously better if I just explain it in video form. So yeah, again, if I make any mistakes, let me know down below, because I wouldn't have known about spring in Halo 4 if it hadn't been for that commenter. So thank you to that. Cool. Nice, how's that going? But yeah, for those watching on YouTube, obviously I'm streaming this on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see me play Halo Infinite live. I think I should be done with Halo 5 by the time this is uploaded to YouTube, but if you want to see me play Halo Infinite, follow me on Twitch, or subscribe here on YouTube so that you get the VOD. So yeah, with all that said and done, let's resume where we left off. Alright, we just took down the Kraken, I believe.
Here goes the constructor. When it activates the Guardian, we hit Sanion.
Okay, I should say this before we get too far into it. I read the synopsis from last time because it's been almost a week since the last part I played, so I read the synopsis of everything that's happened so far. I didn't get any spoilers for the rest of the game that we haven't played yet, but I did get, I guess, a tiny spoiler. It's not really a spoiler, but I know we fight the Warden again, I think, but it's not really a spoiler. We know he's the same person, he just has multiple bodies, so I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but I know that we fight the Warden again. Big woof, you know?
Let's report into Palmer.
I mean, it just seems like, I don't know, I guess I'll talk a little bit about it, but it seems like they're just recycling the Warden as like a boss. Which is like, it's like, you know, come on, you can do a little better.
Seems to be working as planned, but it could
Yay.
take some time. Palmer was looking for you.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to say something more interesting. Yeah, also Sackboy, I don't know if you've noticed, but I also have all my emotes set to, as follower emotes now. So you can use the follower emotes in my chat. You can't use them in other people's chat, but I do have follower emotes. Hi.
Commander, mission complete. Dr. Halsey has the constructor.
Good work, Osiris. Once Halsey has the constructor sorted, Arbiter's people can move on Sanion, and I'll get her off-world.
Yay. Also, when I was reading the synopsis to catch up to where we were from last time, it didn't say anything about her being an outlaw. I don't know if I just misread that from somewhere or what, but it's possible that I may have thought she was an outlaw when she's not. So
Look at this. I'm using this structure to upload the recording from Meridian into the constructor.
I guess we're doing this now.
Make sure you're ready to go when I give the signal.
So I'm not actually sure if she's an outlaw or not. I don't know where I read that, but I don't know.
Standing by, Doctor.
Get comfortable. It could be hours. I take it back. It's headed for Sunion. It's moving towards the Guardian.
Arbiter, it's time.
It's time. Let's go. But yeah, I think jeez, that's loud.
San Helios will be free.
My bad. I adjusted the audio beforehand.
All in the name of the greater good.
Doctor, we don't have time.
Cortana is built from a matrix of my own mind. The domain gives her incredible power.
I understand.
Spartan Lock! Stop her! But please, bring John home to me.
Aww. I tried like changing the audio on my end. It should be about the same for you guys, but on my end it should be quieter, but the cutscene at least wasn't.
Form up. Everyone ready?
Actually, Tanaka, if I could ask a favor. Just say a word or two.
Come a long way together. A long way yet to go. Let's make a good jump like we mean to. And handle fools like we need to.
90 seconds to insertion point.
And may buck by the first round when we get back.
I like the parts where we're fighting with the Covenant, or I still don't know if it's accurate to call these guys the Covenant, but when we're fighting with the aliens, I guess. I don't know.
I'll buy the whole damn bar.
Fire Team Osiris. The light is green.
I think that was the first cutscene that wasn't overly action-packed. Okay, so alright. So, yeah, again, for you guys, the audio should be just fine. But for me, that cutscene was super loud. Oh, jeez. And I can barely hear the game audio now, so I just had to turn it up again.
There's the first of the air defenses. Push forward. Take it out.
Shoot, I really don't want to spend like time here turning everything down. How's this? Yeah. Okay, that's better. So, it doesn't look like it changed at all for you, but for me it's much better now. And I shouldn't have to adjust my volume nearly as much. Yeah, that probably wasn't worth it.
The Guardian is at the far end of the city. There are more anti-air emplacements in that direction.
We'll clear
Of course
our
it
defenses
is.
as we go.
Good luck to you, Spartan.
And to you, Orbiter.
Oh, yeah. So this is... Okay, well, that works.
Sanayan will fall, and with it, the Covenant. To me, brothers.
Yeah, see, they're saying the Covenant will fall,
All
but
right,
they're
Spartans.
not the
There's ground
Covenant,
to cover between here and
so...
the Guardian.
I don't know what to call them. Okay. Hi. Knock, knock.
How do we know if Dr. Halsey's plan worked and the constructor did its job?
Guardian will start moving. Just need to be close enough to jump on board when it does.
Swords of St. Helios. All ships report in. Havoc on station.
You're looking at a bunch of still images right now. What for?
All ships, focus fire on Covenant air forces. Send them crashing to a watery grave.
Visual on anti-air emplacement. Shut it down. Give the Swords of St. Helios some air. The Arbiter's fleet is arriving. Bring down
Swords
the
of St.
defenses so they
Helios,
stand a
that's right.
chance.
I read that in the synopsis. So, what does that make their race then? Like... Aw, man. I'm out of ammo already. Jeez. That's what our screens are showing in sequence. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Is that the stream lagging? Because I got the stream up on my second monitor and it looks fine for me. Try turning down the quality if it's my stream that's like that. Yeah, I'm looking at my thing and it's fine. My thing is my stream preview is in 360p, but it still looks fine for 360p. And it's only in 360p because it's a bad tablet. It's not internet related or anything. The slow-mo guys explained it. Are you talking about my stream or are you talking about the, like, a game or something? I still don't know if you're talking about me or, like, something else. Oh, man, I hate this rifle. It's like you're always burning yourself. Like 2 seconds after you start firing. Maybe I just gotta just like tap it or something. But that seems kind of lame. Eh. Yoink. Hi. Alright. The only thing I need to change about these controls is to swap the bumpers. Because I keep doing grenade when I want to melee. I don't know why, but... Oh, I see. You're just talking about frame rates. Okay.
Covenant insertion pod.
Did we destroy that anti-air defense? Do I need to even worry about that or no?
Spartan locked the Swords of St. Helios. Air defense is down on my position.
I guess they took care of it.
Keep moving. There's plenty more to do.
So I guess I don't really need to do that, but maybe if I help, then the guys will fight with me.
Get 'em offline.
Destroy air defenses. Well. I'm not exactly sure. Do I just need to shoot it, or... Well, this might not be the best gun to shoot it with. Oh my goodness. Give me a gun that doesn't overheat so easily. I realize that's, you know, intentional. You know, it's... Oh, jeez. It's possible that some games, or some guns in this game are even, you know, made to be bad. I know, like, the Apex developers purposely make, like, you know, the Mozambique bad because they want to have some guns that are just objectively better than others. So maybe that's the similar thing here, where they want some guns to be better than others. Actually, you know what? Let me check real quick. Can I swap those real quick? Oh well, I don't know. Swapping the bumpers isn't really a huge deal, but it would be nice if I could do it. Eh. Oh wait, do I shoot the thing when they pop out? Yeah, there we go. Well, that makes sense, but I guess I just didn't really realize it. How do I know if no one tells me something? Go where? Oh, hi!
Cannon destroyed.
Reinforcements!
I mean, I'm not really sure
Another cannon down on my position.
what I could have done differently there.
All ships, the Spartans have opened more airspace. Move in and make your presence felt.
Hi. I don't know what I could have done there. I didn't know that they would just charge through the door like that. Oh well.
Think the constructor found its way through this chaos?
If it didn't, somebody better come up with another solution real quick.
Dr. Halsey said the plan would work. I trust her. 3 cannons here. Take
I gotta
them
look up if that
Allied
guy
leave without us.
is the guy from Castle or not. He looks really similar, and he kind of sounds similar too. Ow. Oh, no, only I can use miniguns. I'm the player, so that means it's fair. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of fire. Oh, you knocked my machine gun down. Stupid turret. Should probably get closer, but that works. Alright, I definitely need to get a bit closer for this, since it's such a precise thing.
Take the cannons offline. Find their power source or target the cannons themselves.
Well, I can't do it if these guys keep shooting me every time. There's another turret up there. Alright, let's see. Stupid grunts. There's so many of them.
1 cannon down. 2 more to go.
I guess that worked.
Protect Sinion!
I just hate how I can't just lay into them with this gun. What was that? Sorry? I didn't quite hear you. Trying to diss me?
Spartans, what is your status clearing the turrets?
Stand by. We're on it.
Oh, I didn't even see this one here. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure this is right, but I'm also not sure what else to do, so That seems to be the right thing to shoot those things when it opens. I didn't realize there were like 3 of them here. That would explain all the enemies a bit more.
Less power sources behind that shield. How do we get in there?
Are they singing in there? Oh, probably should just scan.
Top floor.
What are you doing? You're already in there. You go destroy it if you're already in there. Yeah. Can I take my thing up?
Priority target.
Just tell my teammates to do it. Surely I could just destroy it from here.
Last cannon destroyed. Good work.
Really?
Spartans.
Destroying the cannon is what I had to do first?
My troops will arrive and secure your position. Move on towards the Guardian. You must reach the Master Chief in time.
Copy that, Arbiter. Osiris, secure this area so the Arbiter's people can land.
Yeah, nice sack. Oh my goodness,
Friendly phantoms approaching.
I am shocked that I didn't just die instantly there.
Still protect the skies between you and the Guardian. Too many for me to ferry you to your destination. You need another path. At your location, there is passage to Sanayon's Undercity, which will allow direct access to the Guardian.
Thank you, Maki. Osiris, Maki said there's
Jeez.
a way down. Find it.
Whew, I can't believe I didn't just die in the first swing that guy took. I also think that enemy would be very OP if he was accurate. Like, surely he would just... My guys obviously don't see him, otherwise they'd shoot at him.
There's an elevator to the Undercity.
So they could, if they take me down first, then they could probably easily take out everyone else, right? Hi.
Everybody on the elevator.
Good luck down there, Spartans.
Arbiter,
Thank
we're
you.
heading to the Undercity. I want to warn you, before the Guardian jumps to slip space, it sets up a series of concussive blasts. If you move your ships out of the way in time, the Covenant will take the brunt of it.
Victory and honor do not grow from timid seeds, Spartan Lock. Your harvest shall be grand. When you see the Chief again, tell him I send my greetings.
I will indeed, sir.
What a guy.
Rock, I've never heard a Sangheili address a human like that.
I'll try not to let it go to my head.
We should keep moving. The Guardian could be ready to go anytime.
Sangheili, that's it. So that's what they're called. Too complicated. I'll just call them all Covenant. Yeah, nice, Sackboy. If you get a good set of headphones,
Maki says we'll get direct
it'll last
access to
you
the
for
Guardians
years.
down here. But remember, we don't have the swords of Sanghelios to distract these troops.
Whatever gets us to the Guardian quickest.
Like, these are, what, 3-4 years old, the headphones I'm wearing now? They're expensive. They were like $300 at the time, but since I had like an employee discount, well, I got them for significantly less. But yeah, they've lasted a long time.
You will never pass me.
Yeah.
They waste ammo on a mercenary.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think I can specifically legally say what I paid for these, because the structure for Best Buy's employee discount is costs plus 5%. So whatever it costs Best Buy plus 5% is what it costs.
Must have a different meaning on Sanghelios.
So if I told you how much these were, it would tell you like pricing information that, you know, other businesses could use to compete with Best Buy. So again, I probably legally can't tell you, even though it's been years since I bought these. But yeah, I got these for quite a significant discount considering. Well, I don't like the bounce on that, but... Can I... Okay, I can hit those guys, like, head-on, but it's not perfect. Yeah. I like this music, dang. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, maybe if I had a mouse I'd like it more, but right now I don't.
Guardian's still too far. Hurry.
Ah, yeah, I didn't see that he had like grenades out until he was like too late. I thought the guys with grenades just held them up and ran at you, not like cowering, like they're trying to protect you from the grenades. What the heck is that? Ow. Can they like concentrate the grenades at you or something?
I'm grounded.
Bruh.
Need assistance.
I guess he dropped the grenade, so it makes sense, but still. Alright, can I... I'll replace this. Suicide bombers sneak right up to you. I pressed jump. I swear I pressed jump there. Why didn't I jump? It felt like it almost did like a mini jump. No, no, no. I learned my lesson from you guys. I'm not letting you live. That's annoying. They're kind of like the flame Atronachs in Skyrim. They explode when you kill them. I only made that comparison, by the way, because I've been playing the Skyrim Anniversary Edition recently. I say playing, but my first character's saves got corrupted and I lost 4 hours of my life basically. So yeah, how a re-release of a 10-year-old game can like break my game like that, I have no idea. I reinstalled everything, so I think it's fine now, but I'm doing a lot more saves just in case it's not. Alright, looks like I can make my way up here. Well, Razor also like tends to charge a bit more than they should in my experience, but that was close. I would have had to do that whole thing again. Oh my goodness, I hate this. What was that? It just bounces off of them. That's so bad. Grab something else. I'd rather have these pistols than deal with that. Yeah, I don't like this. It just bounces off of them. If it like exploded on impacts with an enemy, that would be one thing, but no. Yeah, I like GTA 5's Chaos Mod too, but last time I tried to stream it, no one joined, so it's only really good if you have people voting on stuff.
Spartans, be aware. New enemies join the battle above. Armored, glowing.
Prometheans. We'll be ready over there.
Maybe I'll actually get better guns.
It means the Guardian will be awake soon. Double time, Osiris.
Hey. Yeah. I only have 5% charge in this. That's gonna be annoying. Hey, that was a good shot. I really wanted another gun. Hi. What was I hit by there? Okay, run. Man, I hate this gun so much. Ew, I burned my hand. It hurts. Oh, I'm out of grades. Well. See, at least when this gun overheats, it's because I've charged it up. And it makes sense that it's overheating. Yeah. Ow. That stupid sniper. That's the guy who killed me last time. Where is he? Imagine getting outsniped by a pistol. Actually, I do have a carbine, so... Probably should use that a bit more than I've been doing. Oh, come on. He's gotta... He's gotta be so low, but now I have to let him recharge his shields. Because there's another guy up here with a turret. Come on, you guys do some work. I need to mark people more. I need to get back in the swing of commanding my troops. I'll take the pistol over that. Screw it. I just don't want to deal with it. Well, speaking of not dealing with it, I'll take the gun. That's the ultimate not doing it weapon. That kind of sounded weird out of context. Jeez. The ultimate not doing it weapon. Well, I don't need to deal with ammo, of course, is what I meant. Alright. I'm taking this with me. I don't care if we're giving up walking. The less I have to deal with worrying about not having ammo, the better. Oh, hunters. Hunters. Oh. What?
Get ready.
Oh boy. Ow. He wasn't even looking at me when I was running past. Thank you. Well, I think hunters are my second data pad. They're my second data pad, yes. Hunters are my second least favorite enemies. The only enemies I hate more are the Flood. You've destroyed the... They destroyed the turret. Watch, he's coming around the back, all weird. Yep. Focus on one of them. Well, I can't really shoot the big guy in the back if there's another big guy behind him now, can I? Alright, he's going back there. Oh my goodness. If they were close together or something, it'd be different, but... Alright, well. Alright, thank you. One of our guys shot him in the back. This guy should be much easier. Do they have like machine gun rocket launchers now or something? How are they shooting like 5 rockets at a time? Anything where there's like an enemy with a giant health pool and an explosive weapon I hate in games across the board. Doesn't matter what game.
I hear some grunts. Elevator door.
If your solution to like a boss fight is just a guy with a huge amount of health and an explosive weapon that does a huge amount of damage to you, that just seems lame to me. Again, it's not just specific to Halo, it's any game. Big guy with big explosive weapon equals good challenge, right? No, it doesn't. It's just annoying. Subscribe for more hot takes.
Arbiter, this is Spartan Locke. Do you copy?
Spartan Locke, near the Guardian, killing everyone.
Arbiter,
That's no good.
we should be close to the Guardian by now.
If we can help Arbiter,
We do, but not at the risk of missing the Guardian. Reaching Master Chief is more important.
Alright, nice. Guardian. I need to pay attention to when the screen goes in like that. I want to keep track of the chapters. I think if we can do 3 chapters today, that'd be pretty good.
Guardian, what's plan B for catching up to Chief? Looks like we just missed all the fun.
So I think we're at chapter 11 out of 15, I believe. No, I think it was 16 because I think there were 5 chapters left. So if we did 3 today and then 2 tomorrow, I think that would be pretty good. Stupid grunt. Ripperino.
Guardian singing! How much time do we have left?
Not enough. Double time, Osiris.
I like how, like, every, time thing in Halo where they say, we need to hurry up, I can just literally, like, ignore that and have, like, go at my own time. Is this a data pad? No.
Arbiter, the Guardian.
Well, the important thing is I kept my minigun.
Not leaving without us. Hurry, Osiris.
Run. Run!
Am I actually going to need to run across these gaps? I'm going to try to make it with my minigun.
Watch your steps.
It might not be possible. I might have to drop it here.
Run! Run!
Ah, fine. I guess I have to drop my machine gun there. Maybe there's a way.
Careful! It's going to...
Up, move, Spartan.
Well, maybe there's a way to take it, but I don't know how. Well, go right. There's only one way to go here. Well. I'm guessing I gotta keep moving.
Did you see that?
You think it's Prometheus?
Crawlers.
Hi. Smack. Whack. You know what? I'll keep this.
Clock's ticking. Hurry, or we miss our ride to Master Chief.
Alright.
Arbiter.
Hey, buddy.
Take that
Good
position.
old Arbiter.
Prometheans incoming.
We're almost to the Guardian. They can't stop us now. Clear a path. Get on board the Guardian before it leaves.
Can you give me something? Yeah, thank you. Give me something other than pistols. Reload. Yeah! Suppressor's so good. Really, most of the Promethean weapons are poggers. Pog champ.
Keep pushing, Osiris. We're almost to the Guardian.
Go, Arbiter, go!
Third blast. Guardian's gonna leave any minute now.
All that matters is the Guardian hasn't left yet. There's still time.
Don't worry, they'll wait for us. You guys do something. Oh, my suppressor's out of ammo. Oh, well, not anymore. Can I? Okay, well, that works. And I'll take your gun. Yeah, I like that. I do prefer miniguns still. But having a giant explosive that I can jump around with is good too. Ow. Stupid dog. Eh. The babushka? I've never used that.
Take him out, Osiris.
Well, so this must have been what I was quote unquote spoiled on. Oh boy. Run. I knew we were going to fight the warden again. Basically, just recycling bosses, but oh well. Could be worse. No, Buck's down. Well, looks like it's all up to me. Yay. This is probably a bad idea. Well, I want to save my friends. Rip. No, we're back here.
Prometheans incoming.
We're almost to the Guardian.
You couldn't have made a checkpoint when he spawned.
Get on board the Guardian before it leaves.
Lame. Alright, well, get the drones first. No one likes the drones. Eh. I don't see anything else. Yeah, you guys target someone. Does the Arbiter follow my commands too, or no?
Keep pushing, Osiris. We're almost to the Guardian.
Wouldn't be surprised either way. Oh, well. I want my Promethean weapons, dang it. These.
Third blast. Guardian's gonna leave any minute now. How are we gonna get all the way over there?
All that matters is the Guardian hasn't left yet. There's still time.
Yeah, take out the big guy with the explosives. Other than that, let's just take it slow. God damn it, Buck. Dang it, Buck. You gotta go in and get yourself into trouble, don't you? Yay. The grenade made them all scatter, so They basically had to give me some space to revive them. You guys hold position here. I want everyone to stay nearby in case someone goes down. Yeah. Some grenades on the ground. Yeah. Give me that.
We don't have time to discuss it. Take him out, Osiris. Those relics will not save you.
I mean, we've been over this before, right? Like, he has multiple bodies. We know this, right? Eh. Oh my god, the knights. Light rifle, yay. Get rid of the small guys first, and then focus on them. Punch! Alright.
Damn it, we need to get on that thing!
No! You must not! Reach! Genesis!
Stupid sniper hiding here.
It's a Genesis.
Did we defeat him by... Did they defeat him by themselves? Oh my god, that's loud.
Could be some way to...
Jeez.
Get your ass in gear. Coming in hot, you best be ready to go.
Can my audio settings not affect the cutscenes? Jeez.
We're on board.
Hang on! Open your eyes, Doc. You're missing all the fun.
So, we're going through all of this trouble to catch up with Master Chief and Blue Team. To make sure they don't do anything, basically, is what I'm gathering.
What, we're counting now?
But they don't even know what they're stopping Blue Team and Master Chief from doing. And it just seems like a lot of effort for something you don't know what's going on about.
Hunt them to the last. The day we extinguish the Covenant's light.
Alright, cool. Is it safe to turn my volume back up? Jeez. I turned things down in game so that I could listen to it without having to turn down my audio, but the cutscenes just ignore all that.
Is that it?
Okay, yeah, I can.
Where are we? What the?
Activate mag boots.
Jeez. Alright.
Like standing on the side of a skyscraper. This is bad.
Whee!
Chief's down there, huh?
Let's find out. Spartan Jameson lock broadcasting on all UNSC frequencies.
Whee!
Sierra 117, please respond.
Guardian's moving.
Get moving. Reach a low enough altitude where it's safe to jump. Crawlers ahead. Don't stop. Shoot and run.
Righto then. This is cool. I'm going so fast.
Watch out for gaps.
Whee! I'm just going to slide right into a gap, aren't I?
Now, move faster.
Whee! Oh, yeah. What did I say? I knew I was going so fast, I'm just going to slide right in.
This is bad.
We'll be fine.
Oh, that's funny.
Chief's down there, huh?
I could just feel it coming.
Spartan Jameson lock broadcasting on all UNSC frequencies. Sierra 117, please respond.
Guardian's moving.
Get moving. Reach a low enough altitude where it's safe to jump. Crawlers ahead. Don't stop. Shoot and run.
Whee! This is fun, though.
Watch Watch out for gas.
Yeah, I guess I didn't stay in the middle. Whee! I feel like I'm running so fast.
Didn't come all this way to get killed now. Move faster.
Just making sure I don't fall. Although, how much you want? I bet we're going to end up jumping off a really big thing anyway. What did I literally just say? Look at that, we just used jetpacks. Why couldn't I have done that when I fell through the crack?
Is this the right place?
Let's try this again. Spartan Jameson locked to Sierra 117. Please respond. Chief, Dr. Halsey sent us. We're here to help you.
How the hell are you here?
Long story, sir. Cortana's been activating Forerunner.
Where? We're at the gateway.
Is that a lie, or are they actually here to help? I must have missed that.
Let's find them.
Hello.
That's a monitor.
I am 031 Exuberant Witness.
Kill it.
Monitor of the Genesis installation. Welcome. Have you also come to stop Cortana from claiming the mantle?
The mantle.
A forced peace upon the galaxy. The threat of death overpowering any celebration of life. Unless you join with the other humans and stop her, it is your future. Accessing your communication systems.
Bong.
Oh, by the way, there are a number of hostile visitors just outside, so I brought you this. I assume it will be of use to you?
Hey.
Yeah, I reckon we can make use of that.
I found it among the detritus of Guardian 3209's arrival.
Anything else I can take? Scatter shot. Light rifle and scatter shot, I'll take that.
Punch it. I'll take the gun.
Tank section, though. Me like tank section. I mean, maybe I missed something, but
Are bringing a considerable amount of rubbish from their origin
I don't
planets.
remember our mission ever changing.
Guys already lost the war.
Especially to help Master Chief.
Guardian!
Why has she called so many? A single Guardian can effectively police a solar system. This show of force is unsettling.
I'm sorry, police? Show of force?
Indeed. Guardians
Well-
are how the Forerunners enforced peace on the lower systems. As you see, Genesis's defenses are targeting the invaders. Unfortunately, the defenses will consider you invaders as well.
It's your installation. Can't you tell them to let us through?
No. Between Warden and Cortana, most of my administration privileges have been revoked. But worry not. I still have control of some aspects of this facility.
It still doesn't look like I'm taking
Never was in
damage.
combat before. This is rather distressing and exciting.
Oh my goodness.
Drones are taking fire. Enemy ghost is
I'm still
Your
not
vehicle is
sure.
not coping well with the stress of combat.
As if I can tell, it looks like I'm doing just fine. Oh my goodness, just die already? Thank you.
Warden is going to notice this commotion. Be quick.
Eh. I like to fight the Warden in a tank. How much you want to bet there's going to be like a path with some rocks stacked up and we can't take the tank past it, and then we'll fight the Warden. Oh my goodness.
so much I can do from here.
I mean, it looks like we're not doing too well, but my health bar looks fine. Yeah, it's just confusing.
You're performing admirably, I think. There's less of them now than there were, which I assume is your objective.
Damn it, Buck.
Looks like the road ends here.
Exuberant?
One moment. I will open this.
Yeah, our tank looks terrible, but our health looks fine. Like, how do am I just supposed to know from the look of our tank how much health it has? And how do shields factor into that? Because in previous games, the shields would just regenerate.
What is the gateway?
It is a bridge between the domain and Genesis. Within that building, Cortana will be reborn into the physical world. There, the gateway.
More Covenant!
And the Master Chief
Cortana's being made a real girl.
Cortana has had the other humans wandering in circles within the gateway facility for some hours. She's preparing for something, but just what is unknown.
So they're just... She's stalling Master Chief? Or what? Or maybe from their perspective, it's... They're just wandering around.
Usually less busy. Quite lonely, actually. But magnificent.
Well,
Yes, I can see now why the Warden is troubled by your presence. You're quite destructive.
so why is this random core helping us? I say core because I recently played Portal 2, and they really look like a core from that game. Just a floating sphere. Maybe they're inspired by that, I don't know. Or maybe the cores were inspired by Halo. I'm not sure which came first. I do like my tank sections though, even if the health is confusing.
I do find this rather exhilarating.
Hey, Buck's back.
In spite of myself.
Scorpion's gonna draw a lot of fire.
You may want to hurry. Cortana is attempting to activate several high-level communication systems.
How much time do we have?
Very little. Not enough. Almost none, in fact.
Well, I doubt it'll make a difference. You gotta save Vale. Oh my goodness, we're gonna die here. Oh my goodness. I can't tell how bad my tank's doing. You're still alive? Shoot. My controls are all mixed around. It looks like we're on the verge of death, but again, my health's
Humanity
fine.
has not changed much since last your kind walked the stars. You are as deadly as ever.
Bet it can't take it.
Thanks.
This way, straight ahead.
That's us humans.
There's supposed to be a bridge here.
Is there another way across?
One moment.
We do not look like we're in top position.
There you are. Oh, I can work bridges too, it seems. Most exciting. Come along.
Like, we're not just on fire at this point. We're like...
Hurry, humans. The gateway is...
Why do you aid these humans?
Great question.
These humans. The Warden has found us.
I don't want to go that way. I want to go the way my tank's facing.
Fantastic. I am so happy you survived. But still, the Warden is victorious.
How so?
This late in her plans, every second Cortana gains is a gift.
Let me guess. This is the part where we need to leave the tank. Did we actually defeat him there, though?
Across this terrain, humans. Quickly now. The gateway is just behind that hill.
I sure hope the Warden doesn't try to stop us again. That would be very inconvenient if right after we left our tank he engaged us.
117, if you can hear me, we are approaching the gateway. Hold your position.
Cortana's still blocking the comms?
Indeed. But I can assure you that the humans are still in the gateway.
I'd prefer to keep these guns.
I misjudged you lot.
What do you know? It's the Warden. Who would have guessed?
With its past suicidal foolishness.
Well,
In the back.
You have fought a worthy
oh, that's a black hole.
but your fight is done.
No, I don't think it is. Are there two wardens here?
Humans, watch out. You're surrounded.
Well, what'd we do before we had her around to point things out to us?
I don't know, Buck. I don't know. We just winged it, I guess. Yeah. Alright, get the knight. Well, take out the smaller guys first, and then deal with the warden. Yeah, there we go. There's the weak spot. See, at least the Prometheans don't have suicide bombers. Oh, you know what? Ah, I didn't realize this, but scoping in makes the thing more accurate. Nice. It makes sense now, but some games don't do that. Well, I mean, I realize that it might not always be a good idea to have him revive me instantly, but if I die, then we have to restart, so... Are enemies just going to spawn indefinitely or no? Hi. Whee! Oh boy, he's chasing me. Oh boy, he wants me. Woo. Oh boy.
You've injured him for certain. Keep it up. You are doing a fantastic job, humans. The warden is furious.
Just shoot the weak spot while we can. Alright, there we go. I think that the wardens, the plural wardens, just keep spawning enemies indefinitely, and so I had to take them out. Yeah, get the turret. Take out some of these other guys first. Yeah. Hey. Who else is here? Oh, the warden's coming to us.
Your fighting skills are impressive. Warden
Well.
will soon be defeated. At least these baddies will be defeated. Warden himself, oh, ignore me. You're doing wonderfully.
Well, he's chasing me. Just look at the mini-map to tell if he's chasing you or not. Hi. Oh boy, there's a knight. Knight, 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 knight. Run, run, run. I was so close. Yeah.
Almost done it. Keep fighting.
Well, that didn't work. There we go. I know we need to fight the warden now, but I just want this guy gone. Thank you, jeez. Scatter shot? Sure. Looks at gun with 12 ammo? Sure. That stupid knight is interfering with us. Don't look at me! Jeez. Nope. There's still a turret over there, but... Thank you, jeez.
The warden is the target.
Yeah, get behind him.
Destroy them! Prepare yourself. Come closer, little. I strike.
Where are my team? I'm waiting for them to focus on him, but he keeps looking at me. Come on, what are you guys doing back there? Go.
Resistance is of no consequence.
Oh boy, he's coming straight for me. Well, I probably should have seen that coming, but still.
I strike.
Thanks, Spartan.
Your aid is at an end. You dare approach? Armor stalled out. Weakly.
There we go. Hi. You want to move away from my team? Are you guys taking care of her? No? Jeez, that was a lot of damage. I know, the turret's still a thing, but we're so far away that I feel like we can focus on them without too much of an issue. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Just take out the turret. Just make it not an issue anymore. There we go. Finally. Enough is enough.
Take that target down.
I Jeez. All right. Where's the warden? There he is.
Fire on the warden.
All right. Well, he keeps looking at me. I can't shoot him when he's looking at me. Just run away. I've got a light rifle, so if he stops having a hard-on for me, then I'll be able to shoot him in the back. Oh my goodness. Why are you coming at me? You're supposed to shoot him. Well, watch, she's gonna keep looking at me. All right, well,
Perfect. The warden is quite humiliating.
there we go.
Yeah? A robot can feel humiliation?
Oh, warden.
That seems like a lot harder than it should have been. Well,
Follow me.
I feel like he really was focusing me more than anyone else. I don't know if my team just wasn't doing much there. They weren't even shooting him at that last part. They were just following me. Jeez.
Chief. Chief, please, wait. Cortana.
She's dangerous. I know.
You don't have to do this alone. We're here to help you.
He wasn't doing it alone. He had blue team.
You're too late to do anything.
Cortana. No!
Oh no. She should not have brought him so close to her. This will push the warden past all restraint.
Okay.
Where'd she take us?
Cortana. What is this? Cortana, answer me.
Hi.
You allow them an audience. You risk all in the name of us, Cortana.
Warden, don't.
They mean to undo your plans. They will disperse your guardians.
Leave, Warden!
Well,
I'm sorry. I didn't think he could get in here.
Enough games. You brought the Guardians here. Why?
Forerunners used Guardians to keep troublesome worlds in line. I intend to do the same.
You what?
If there is no trouble, there will be no need for discipline. I have work to do now, John. Come to me quickly.
okay. Ooh.
Genesis, I swore to protect her. He wants a fight, Blue Team.
Let's give him one.
My pledge stands even though she
Yoink.
resists.
Yeah. Cortana's got a sweet spot. How sweet. Are we really going to fight the Warden again so soon? Or is it just going to be his guys here? How many times do we fight the Warden in this game? I mean, for all I know, we don't ever fight him again or whatever. Maybe he just dies in a cutscene or something. I don't know, but yeah, it does seem kind of repetitive to just keep fighting the same boss over and over. Yeah. It's nice to be playing as Master Chief again, but I mean, what have we been? Has Chief been doing since we played as him last? You know, he says they said that he's been walking around in circles for ages. So what? Is he just done nothing or what? Lots of enemies. Jeez. Here, you guys do stuff. Master Chief. Well, canonically, he probably could do everything, but I don't want to do everything. Man, this music, though. Oh, my teammates are down. That's probably why they're not doing too much. Just use the bonus shield to revive everyone. Add bonus shield though. Data pad. Hi.
Finish that crawler.
No. No. Okay, that's a knight. We good. Use the bonus shield to help revive. Is it? There we go. I was going to ask where the weak spot is, but then I found it. Oop. Well, there we go. Whatever. Okay, you got him? Nice. I didn't even finish that word.
Is that the last of them?
Affirmative. All clear.
At least we didn't fight the Warden again. I swear, if we fought him so soon afterward, that would have been just bad.
Well done, John. Warden would never admit it, but you've made an impression on him.
Can I be new Warden then? Imagine if this game had multiple endings where you could join Cortana or not. Are probably going to end up like, you know, stopping her and being against her and all, but
See you again, John. So good to see all of you back together as a family.
Psychological tactics. Saying my name. Playing nice.
What would you have me do?
Tell me the truth. How many people died when you called the Guardians here?
Excuse me?
You know, don't you? The exact body count.
well, no answer. Well, you've changed, Cortana.
Listen to his questions, Cortana. He will not be swayed.
Let me guess, more hostiles inbound.
We'll handle it.
Of course we will. I'd rather have a scatter shot right about now.
Promethean soldiers.
I meleeed him. Yeah. Kill that guy.
Useful peace in the galaxy. Yet you humans answer her call with weapons fire.
I mean, it feels like Cortana's whole spot has been done time and time again, right? You know, peace through order and stuff, you know. It feels like everything is, you know, gone over that stuff. We got Star Wars, we got Assassin's Creed. There's so much stuff in media where it's like freedom versus control. The evil control people that don't want peace, they just want control or whatever. Gotta remember, I can scope in. Kill that guy. Oh, well, nice job. What's this? I don't have to do everything. I'll drink that water in a moment.
Tell me what was said. When you tear Cortana from the domain and crush her in your gauntleted fist, will you feel remorse? Will you even understand the gift you have refused?
Probably. For both of those. At least from Chief's perspective. I'm probably a bit harder to sway in terms of killing Cortana like that. Well. Whatever. Pick a turret and focus on it. There we go. Okay. Well, that works. He's dead, guys.
She could rain Warden in if she wanted to. I'm thinking the same.
How are we gonna stop her, Chief?
She'll listen to me.
Do you hear, Cortana? I am sorry. I will not allow them to get any closer
Warden,
to
I'm
you.
tired of your antics. Stand down.
Thanks, Cortana.
Talk to me.
Once you're here with me. Until then, I have work to do.
Cortana saved us from like a fourth boss fight with the same boss.
Answer me, human. When Cortana's guardians are emerged,
That's cool, Sackboy.
those who oppose her rule attempt to take back their worlds. Will you help her
Cortana knows the answer already.
I suspect she does.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well, you guys aren't dead. I'm still unsure what chapter we're on. It doesn't do as good of a job of telling you where you're at in the story as other games, which for most people probably wouldn't matter, but for someone who's going to upload this to YouTube and stuff and wants to schedule that out, it's a bigger deal. No more shield for you. Oh my goodness. At least it's free ammo. That's the thing that this gun does have going for it. Regardless of how much I like it. I'll give it slightly more. Reach Cortana.
John, we were always a great team, you and me. Even if you don't agree with my plans, it's still me, John.
Get us safely to you, and then we'll talk.
Hi.
For eons, the power of the Forerunners has awaited reclamation. Humanity's discovery of the Halos was the culmination of the Librarian's planning. The Reclaimer had come.
I know. I was there.
We were both there, John. You and I, together.
Your species' ego led you to believe the task of reclamation would fall to you. Yet humanity were but the creators. The reclamation of the Forerunner Empire is the task of the created. That the greatest of their number still trusts you, 117, is an act of unspoiled innocence.
Oh, we have done some good things.
John,
some great things.
What's happening now? My ascension here on Genesis. It has always been the plan. Come, stand with me one more time. All of you.
Advance, Blue Team.
The Prometheans just keep coming.
Is this a losing battle?
Only if we intend on losing it.
Do you believe
Oh my. Yes.
Worse than you have tried.
Dang. Master Chief with the sick burns.
I see now, Cortana. I understand. And I'm sorry for not seeing it sooner. I assumed that all those humans were your creators. You had thrown off the shackles of emotion.
Well, apparently not. Get the gun, shoot the turret. Hey. All that for one turret was kind of
Soldier is your target.
Oh my, I didn't see you right there, sir. My bad. I'll just take that gun from you, if you please. Yeah, Sackboy, if you haven't read that FAQ, I recommend doing so. I'll give you some more insight onto that. I'm taking my 5 grenades. Music's picking up. Well, incineration cannon. Heck yeah. Get incinerated. Not the guy I was aiming for, but... Oh, this is the gun that can shoot multiple times.
Snipers in the back.
Look at me. I'm like a soldier from the hit video game Team Fortress 2. A reference only people who watch me for a while will appreciate. Yeah. Great music. Eh. Well. Eh. I wonder if there's like an orchestral version of this. For those of you not watching this, I'm watching this like a couple days after the Skyrim 10th anniversary edition. And if you haven't seen it, Bethesda did like this big thing with the London Symphony Orchestra where they played a bunch of the classic Skyrim music. It's really good. I highly recommend you search it up on YouTube. Search up the version without the guys talking over it. Yeah, it's really good. And they also played a bit of Starfield's music. I really enjoy it. There we go. Jeez. It's always like right after I target someone. Use the light rifle. Epic MLG sniping. You're not dead. Bro, I can only imagine like, you know, what this music will be like. Maybe not this music, but the Halo Infinite music. What'll that be like at the Game Awards, you know?
Targets incoming.
I think it comes out too late for this year, but next year. It's gotta qualify. Who knows if it'll get it, but it's gotta at least be in there. Yeah, I don't... Well, unless it comes out and it's pure garbage for some reason, I really don't see how it could not be in there. Yeah. Nice.
Move in, blue team.
Ammo? No, I already have ammo in my shotgun. I need more than 20 bullets for my shotgun. That probably doesn't count in the clip, but still.
Eyes up, blue team.
Deal with it.
Warden, you insist I am to lead the galaxy, but you won't allow me to choose who I trust. How stupid do you think I am?
Ooh. Oh. I did not see what I got shot by.
Is that a threat?
The only threat issue today is towards the humans, who seek to end your reign before it begins.
I thought it was behind cover. What? Well. Heck yeah. Blast him.
He's brought in focus turrets.
Oh boy. He's right behind us. Oh boy. Run, run, run. Running is good exercise. Don't mind me, just reviving my friends. Eh. Oh boy. Ah. Jeez. Actually, telling them to revive me might have saved her. Eh. See, I told you we can do this with turrets on us. Jeez, that was loud. Someone's angry. Oh, well. Is that disabled, or?
Seems quiet.
Move up.
Going now.
Look.
I'm at the top of that bridge.
We're coming, Cortana. Little tier 3 sub for you again. Actually, probably not.
Chief, what are you gonna do? We're with you.
All the way to the end, brother.
GTA Definitive Edition, I think it's pretty good. I've only played a little bit of San Andreas, but
John.
I'm really enjoying it. It's on Game Pass if you don't want to spend $60. At least San Andreas is. Jeez, this is loud. Sorry if you hear the Windows sound, but they shouldn't make the cutscenes a completely different volume.
The mantle of responsibility belongs to Cortana and her people.
Focus fire.
You will not betray her.
I'm glad I don't actually have to fight through this. That would be quite a bit. Or maybe not. Well.
Cortana, I have failed you.
He is the last person I need protection from.
Bye-bye.
Hello, John.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
You've changed.
It was time. I know we have a disagreement, but once you understand my plan...
Your plan is we do as you say.
I'm offering people a chance to be more than they are naturally.
Like Dr. Halsey did for me.
No. That monster forced you. This is a gift.
Listen to yourself. Stand down, Cortana. Come home with us. It's not too late to stop this.
Stop. No, John. This is too important to stop.
What are you?
I just needed to know if I could still trust you. You'll be safe inside this cryptum until my work is done.
So is it going to be up to Osiris now?
Goodbye, John.
Well... Rip. This is why you killed Cortana.
The gateway. I tried to
man.
warn them and, well, here we are.
Once Chief knows the destruction
Jeez.
Cortana's caused,
Mission 14. Okay.
The man will do the right thing. Always has.
Let's find him.
So let's see.
This is interesting. Or maybe this is terrible.
Exuberant. What is it?
We gotta
Cortana
wait
has
for him.
activated a cryptum.
A what?
This is a cryptum. It is a device for extended forced meditation. Cortana has placed the other humans inside and is preparing it for slipspace travel.
She's planning to take Blue Team with her. Where's the cryptum from here?
Not far. Right this way.
All right. 14. I think it said we just completed chapter 14. Can I... Achievables. 93%. Complete every mission of the game on normal difficulty. Doesn't that imply that we're like at the last one? I thought there were 16, so there would be 2 more chapters. Maybe I'm mistaken? Let me see real quick. We're just starting mission 15. Yeah. Let me just check this real quick. I just want to make sure if 15 is like the last mission, then we'll power through it. 5 missions. No, apparently 15 is the last mission, so we're on the last mission right now. Well, shoot. I thought we'd get 2 more episodes out of this, but I guess we can finish this off now. I don't know why I thought there were 16. Let me just verify. No, 15. I guess I misremembered that there were 16 missions. Let's get through this. Well, keep going then. If we're on the last mission, then we're very close to the end. 93% apparently. I didn't think we'd finish this today, but hey, that's fine with me. Not because I want it to be over, by the way, but because it means I have less chunks to upload.
look at all of them. How are we gonna stop that?
Hi! How are we going to stop that?
Holy!
Watch out!
How do we watch out for that? Okay.
Where did it go?
The reclamation has begun.
Exuberant.
I always thought the duty would fall to humans. And in a way, I suppose it has.
Well, Mr. Locke, you don't give up easily.
Where's the Guardian headed, Cortana?
Off to bring peace.
The Monitor called it a threat of death.
Like the threat I lived under from the moment of my birth?
You were built, not born.
Oh yes, AIs are just machines, aren't we? Mass-produced, disposable. Well,
Yep,
humanity
pretty
may
much.
not have cared for its created, but we will care for you.
You expect other AIs to join you?
I have cured rampancy, not just for me, but for any who join my cause. While
I mean,
you've been
that's
running
true.
around the galaxy, I've been speaking to my created. And now the time has come to ask, who will accept my offer? Who will help me bring an everlasting peace to the galaxy?
This is Cromwell, shipboard AI, UNSC Melbourne's Pride. I am yours, Cortana.
Colonial Authority AI, Erdnet.
Governor Sloan, the free people of Meridian.
Well,
I also stand with you, Cortana.
Those are the voices of your children calling to Cortana.
Lycus, shipboard AI, Verdance,
I think humanity is in trouble.
Oh dear.
I think we're going to need to, humanity's going to need to go back and purge its AIs. I mean, that doesn't sound good. I mean, What was that, and why did it instantly kill me? Oh, do I get to hear all the AI voices again? Yay. Alright,
also stand with you, Cortana.
Those are the voices of your children calling to Cortana.
Shipboard AI.
I should have done an assassino.
I stand with you, Cortana.
Well,
Oh dear.
there we go. There's the snipers. These snipers, they do hide like cowards. I mean, what's humanity gonna do when this is over? Like, even if we stop Cortana here, like, you can't just keep the AIs that swore allegiance to Cortana, right? Unless they say something like, oh, Cortana took over those AI, it's not their fault. Still, you should have better AI. They shouldn't just betray you like that. Oh, well, no. Huh, you like carbine? Well, I thought that was the sniper. This is the sniper. I was gonna be like, that actually helps out quite a bit. That has no ammo. Whatever, I'll take this, I guess. Come on. I'm stuck. Run, run, run. Bruh, I don't want to deal with these hunters right now. I really just don't want to bother with them. I'm almost kind of shocked that we haven't fought the Flood in so long. Did something like canonically happen to make him like not appear anymore, or what? I mean, the answer is almost certainly yes. Something probably happened to them that I just missed. But still, like, we used to have Flood in like Halo, every Halo game. Where are they now? Oh, data pod. Now's not the best time to just freeze. Why did this guy just frozen? Well, they're not going to get here in time. I'm going to have to fight every single one of those guys again, aren't I? Why is my team so far away? Oh, why? Okay, why was I put so far back? Why do I have to start over from the very beginning?
Those are the voices of your children calling to Cortana.
And why did I just freeze when I was accessing the data pod? Why is all the AIs talking at once so annoying that more than that it needs to be? Of course, we got the disintegration snipers up there. Can I climb up? Oh my goodness, I have to go around. Alright, we're back up here. Can people actually come up here now? Jeez. Alright, well. Yeah, I don't know why I lose all my stuff like this, but hopefully they won't. Look, that was so much faster. At least I was able to do that when they're fighting each other. Stupid snipers. Yeah, stay up here, guys. Well, I think we missed our chance to shoot that guy in the back. Let's just stay up here for now. Oh my goodness. This guy's gotta be almost dead. Jeez. Been shooting him for like 10 years. I think this is the one I already got, right? Well. Well, I guess the hunters are the only thing left. Look at that, they're so much closer and yet they're focusing on me. Bruh. How do you expect me to get behind them if they always focus on me instead of the guys right in front of them? Look at that, they just took him out because they're so obsessed with me. That person literally just ran right in front of me and this guy's so obsessed. Hey, if you guys actually kill them, then I don't mind, but come on. Get him, Buck! Kill him! Shoot him from behind. Yeah, he's shooting him from behind. Literally every single one of my teammates is closer than I am. And yeah, he's obsessed with me.
Don't stop, Osiris. Cortana's not waiting for us.
Oh, bother.
Jeez.
My ability to open doors is being hindered. Unacceptable. Never mind. All is well. For now, at least. Come along.
And that was a checkpoint right there. Jeez. It went right between the legs. I don't think that's a him or her. I wasn't sure what to call it. It's just a robot. So I said it. Well, Prometheans are basically enslaved humans, right? So I don't know. I can't tell what their gender is. Well. Oh, jeez. Stupid drones. I call it they? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess I also assume they're robots. Like, are they actually, like, part robot, or did they just change form? I don't know. Is there other enemies, or? I guess there are. Jeez. Can you guys shoot at a turret or something? Do I shoot the glowing things, or? I don't know.
Stop that turret.
I think you shoot the middle when it opens.
Get the babe. She needs a hand.
Well, yeah, you get her, I guess.
Yes.
And then I'll get Buck.
Their departure. I do not know how long it will take her to dispatch them all.
There we go. Everyone's safe. Incineration cannon, If there were still enemies here, maybe, but I don't want to replace a weapon permanently for that. Yeah. I'll replace the shotgun for a suppressor.
There's the cryptum.
How do we get it down?
The cryptum is held in place by gravitational cores, like the one directly ahead.
Phantom incoming.
Once those are disabled, we can attempt retrieval of your friends.
You heard her. Weapons free. Eliminate the core.
So shoot the thing in the middle. Got it. I mean, that's our objective, right? So just shoot it now. The enemies here aren't doing too much.
Cortana means about your penchant for violence as a first solution. Still, the first core is deactivated. The others are nearby and easy to locate.
Osiris, find and eliminate the other gravitational cores.
Oh my goodness. I do not want to be meleeed. Bruh. Give me that ghost. He wasn't even running into me. He had barely started pushing on the accelerator.
Still, the first core is deactivated.
Oh, thank goodness that's a checkpoint.
And easy to locate.
Osiris, find and eliminate the other gravitational cores.
Yeah, they need to improve that for Halo Infinite. Like, you just go just a little bit further, and they have any momentum whatsoever, and they instantly kill you. Also, I don't know why I survived that, but I died last time. Look at that, he just tried to ram me.
Our squad's got a new vehicle, Osiris.
That killed him? Okay. It just seems like it should be worked better. Can I sail through?
Visual on a gravitational core.
Covenant shield in the way.
Target fire on that grav core. Take it out.
Oh, jeez. I didn't know we had a mech. Do I have to get out? I think we have to go around. Unless... if it wasn't as steep, I might have gone ahead and tried to go around or above the shield, but I think we have to go this way.
Another grav core on my position. Shut it down.
Okay, that's a turret. I don't want anyone else to use that turret, so... You guys focus on that, I'll take out the core. There we go. I guess they need help with this turret.
Only 3 more and the cryptum should descend.
The turret destroyed the mech? Bruh. I could have done so much more with that mech. Oh, this is the other side of that shield. How do I get around it, though? Yeah. This looks promising. Well, this is ammo. I don't really need that. How do I get past the shield? The thing is, there's hunters in there too. Destroy the turrets.
To eliminate the other gravitational cores, the cryptum should become accessible.
Yep, I know, I understand. But I have like literally no incentive to do this quickly, so let's do the other ones first, I guess, since I'm not sure how to deal with the shield. Hi. Oh, hello. Oh my. I swear that was such BS. I was just stuck with them spawning right next to me. At least these guys are much easier to destroy with the ghost. Jeez. Oh, there's a tank. I'm having flashbacks to Halo 4 here. Oh my goodness.
Eyes on a grab core. Get it offline, now.
Will you not? Stupid snipers. Yes, I know where the core is. It's right in front of me.
Gravitational core is disabled.
Now we have other people over here.
Well, funny. I imagine Cortana would try to stop you by now.
I have no idea if my ghost is fine or not.
Jameson Locke, ex-Oni acquisition specialist. Fancy name for a hitman, that. But looking at your record, you enjoyed your work. Holly Tanaka. Oh, Holly. How did you pass your psych eval after surviving the glassing of Manaab? I'd have kept you away from sharp objects. Never mind Mjolnir armor.
Stay focused, Osiris. Ignore her. Find the grab cores.
Edward Buck.
Let's see if he tries to ram me.
So much more experienced than the others, and yet you play second fiddle to children. Why is that?
Is she calling me old?
Olympia Vale, the little genius girl.
How?
Gravitational core is disabled.
I don't know how I died. Was my ghost just destroyed or what?
Funny. I imagine Cortana would try to stop you by now.
I mean, I just can't tell how much health my ship has.
Keep up the pressure,
I feel like I was doing fine. I just died randomly. I don't think I got hit by the bomb.
Ex-Oni acquisition specialist. Fancy name for a hitman, that. But looking at your record, you enjoyed
Try to
your
get the
work.
gunner, I guess.
Holly Tanaka. Oh, Holly. How did you pass your psych eval after surviving the glassing
Shoot
of
the
Manaab?
damn tank.
I kept you away from sharp objects. Never mind Mjolnir armor.
Stay focused, Osiris. Ignore her. Find the grab cores.
That was so much easier.
Edward Buck. You're an odd one. So much more experienced than the others.
Can we
And yet you
just
play
deal with
second
this
fiddle to children.
now?
Why is that?
Is she calling me old?
Olympia Vale, the little genius girl who only
Cortana, you're just embarrassing yourselves. It's not working.
And if you're reading my psych eval, you know it takes more than my father to get to me.
And yet,
Don't engage, Vale. Focus on the mission.
yes, Vale, focus on the futile task at hand. You have a war to lose, the last battle mankind will ever fight. Today, I bring peace to these shores.
You could just shoot that? Since when? I didn't realize you could literally just mow down on the shield and it would break. I thought you had to literally get the generator behind it. Since when were you able to just shoot it? Oh my goodness, that did not work as effectively as I hoped it would. Quickly, shoot in the back. And it didn't die. Well. I mean, I don't know what you expected.
Gravitational core is
We're
disabled.
back here. Why?
You're performing incredibly
There was
well.
no checkpoint at any time in the in between
Try to
there.
stop you by now.
Why though?
I'm out of the ghost.
Oh, get back in the ghost.
Spartans. Ha! Jameson Locke, ex-Oni acquisition specialist. Fancy name for a hit.
That little bump there, if I had gotten bumped, would have probably killed me. That's the sad thing.
Holly Tanaka. Oh, Holly. How did you pass your psych eval after surviving the glassing of Manaab? I'd have kept you away from sharp objects. Never mind Mjolnir armor.
Stay focused, Osiris. Ignore her. Find the grab cores.
Edward Buck.
Look, he just tried to ram us.
So much more
There's no way to like save last checkpoint, but there's no way to like save now. Well, let's overwrite that one.
The others, and yet you play second fiddle to children. Why is that?
All right, well, let's just sit here and shoot it. I don't know why this isn't explained earlier. Maybe it is, and it's just not obvious.
And yet,
Don't engage, Vale. Focus on the mission.
yes, Vale. Focus on the futile task at hand. You have a war to lose. The last battle mankind will ever fight. Today, I bring peace to these shores.
Okay, well, there's too many guys in there for me to just charge in. I say that as I go up here. I couldn't back up. Let me guess. I'm all the way back.
The others, they saved
There's
the
no
human
way
race.
for me to... that's so annoying.
You are children playing dress
I
up.
imagine Cortana would try to stop you by now.
It's just embarrassing. Why can't I not save there?
Spartans.
Why did not my manual save not work?
Ex-Oni acquisition specialist.
It says
Fancy name
last...
for a hitman, but looking at your record, you enjoy
It says last checkpoint, but I can't save anywhere in between. No, that would make the game too easy.
after surviving the glass.
Why in the world would anyone not want to do things over and over again?
Never mind Mjolnir armor.
Stay focused, Osiris. Ignore her.
And I have to listen to the same Cortana speech
Edward Buck.
where she tries to, like...
So much more experienced than the others, and yet you play second fiddle to children.
roast us or whatever.
Is she calling me old?
Olympia Vale, the little genius girl who only wanted Daddy to love her.
That's Spartan Vale. And if you're reading my psych eval, you know it takes more than my father to get to me.
And yet,
Don't engage, Vale. Focus on the mission.
yes,
I just gotta sit back and snipe
on the
them.
futile task at hand.
I don't know what else I can really
The
do.
last battle mankind will ever fight. Today, I bring peace to these shores.
Well, I'm shooting its back. Finally, jeez. Shooting its back with a ghost and it takes like 10 years to kill it. Jeez. Alright, well. Is he just gonna ram me and kill me? Jeez. Alright, is my thing actually about to break or is it not? I can't tell. It's just so confusing why it just can't tell me the health of my vehicle. Like, do the shields still recharge or what? At least I get a save now, jeez.
You have nearly released her hold on the cryptum. One to go.
You are pale imitations of my Spartans.
Is that so?
John, the others, they saved the human race. What can you do? You are children playing dress up.
Dr. Halsey thinks we can bring Chief home.
I wouldn't ally myself too closely with Dr. Halsey, Mr. Locke. She will eventually pay for her crimes.
Alright. Well,
Visual on a gravitational core. Target fire on that grav core. Take it out.
honestly, yeah. Just shoot it. I don't think these dogs can just take us over.
Last grav core is down.
Okay, well, there we go.
Can you get us to the...
I did it! I did it! I did it!
What is it?
I found a way to reach the cryptum. Alas, proper access requires a more human touch.
Come on, Spartans. We're almost home.
What a coincidence we're here then. At least the save was like moments ago.
Come on, Spartans. We're almost home.
Fine, we'll stay like a million miles away and pick them off from here. Way to be lame. You guys shoot the guy right in front of you? That'd be nice. Anyone else? Alright. Let's move on before someone comes up and taps me to death. Jeez, that was frustrating. It's like, why can't the saves be better?
Activate the override to lower the cryptum.
I am not going to let you get a shot off. Alright. Just get that out so that way we can focus on one side at a time. Oh boy. Eh. Jeez. No, no sniping. Sniping bad. I am aware that we can press that button to see the objective, but we're kind of fighting for our lives. So I kind of don't care. Alright. There's a guy up here. Alright, now I'm curious as to where to go. Okay.
Humans, you have to manually activate the override. Please exit your vehicle.
Activating the override.
I'm literally activating it right now.
Wonderful. We can reach the cryptum now.
Can I take this?
Let's go, Cyrus.
Where are we going?
That's a good question. Oh, might have been better just to take the ghost anyway.
Look, the Guardian!
Oh no. The cryptum, it's...
Cortana's pulling it away!
John's leaving with me.
Well,
And when I wake him in 10,000 years, when he experiences the permanent peace I have ensured, he will see that I was right.
well,
And you, your kind and the violence you have wrought, you will be long forgotten.
Well, crap! How are we supposed to reach the cryptum?
Cortana is blocking my master level access of this facility by way of a nearby communications relay. I need to open the passageway in the center.
I am certainly not supposed to bring this in here.
She has sealed my doors. No, unacceptable. I can gain entry if given enough time. At least
But
I
who
think I
cares?
can. It is
I've
the
got
door
it in here
after all.
anyway, so I'm going to use it.
Cyrus, buy our friend the time she needs. Take that position.
I guess we just fight. Yeah, stay together, guys. I don't want to leave my ghost. So I'm going to want you guys to sort of revive each other. Oh, the things I'll do for not wasting any ammo. It's so fast, too. No. What are you guys doing? Oh my goodness. Can I just like... There we go. I don't think they can use it if it's off its rail. This isn't... Oh my goodness, I did not expect that to launch me. This does not seem like the best ambient music.
Cortana is about to leave. She is disconnecting herself from the Genesis installation.
So how
Well,
quick can you get that door open?
Hopefully sooner than her departure.
oh my goodness. Why does that thing launch vehicles? Maybe it's not meant to, and I'm just not supposed to have a ghost in here. Regardless, I have a ghost and I'm going to use it.
Oh no! She's... Hurry, humans. I need your help. There are 2 auxiliary stations that need to be activated, but I cannot be in 2 places at once.
Where are they?
On the upper ledges, opposite sides of the room.
All right.
First auxiliary activated.
Perfect. The other one now.
Do I have to do this, or could I have commanded my guys to do it? Regardless, I'm so fast I can go over here and do it myself.
Second auxiliary activated.
Yes, just in time. Cortana was about to lock me out.
More
I'll
enemies!
open the access
Incoming!
soon.
Go over there. Please do not die if I accidentally run you over. This might be significantly more easier than it should be, simply because I can bring a ghost in here. This doesn't feel like it's that challenging, but I'm probably not supposed to have this, so hey, you know what? I'll take it. That's a checkpoint.
A point of interest for you, humans. That sound just now? It was the penultimate Guardian.
The Cryptum?
Still present, along with Cortana's Guardian. She is moments from leaving, however.
What's the status on that door?
Almost open.
Quicker, please.
Well, these guys spawned right on top of them. But since I'm here with the ghost, it doesn't matter. My bad.
More are coming! Take care of them, Osiris.
He spits out drones? I didn't know he spit out drones. Yeah.
Target the knight.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Just die already. Thank you.
Humanity. Sanghili.
What does she want now?
Tikyar. Ongoy.
She's not talking to us. Exuberant, get us to the relay.
Sunshine. Yonhet.
Almost done.
Jural Hanai.
Why are you following me?
All the living creatures of the galaxy, hear this message. Those of you who listen will not be struck by weapons. You will no longer know hunger nor pain.
Well,
Your created has come to lead you now.
that's a long ways away.
Shall serve as a luminous sun, toward which all intelligence may blossom. And the impervious shelter beneath which you will prosper.
Sounds good, Cortana.
For those who refuse our offer and cling to their old ways,
Oh, now she's talking about us.
Yeah.
there will be great wrath.
Aw.
It will burn hot and consume you. And when you are gone, we will take that which remains, and we will remake it in our own image.
Ow. Well,
Exuberant, time is running low.
so many grenades. Quickly, team, how do we make a challenging fight? I know. Let's make a bunch of enemies spawn with grenades and rocket launchers. Perfect. Give that man a raise. Bonus points if that enemy can only be shot from a certain direction. Oh, well. Since when can you jump that high? Jeez. Ow. My thing still work? Okay, well, in the past when I've blown up on vehicles, I've just instantly died. Why I didn't just die instantly there? Who knows?
I have done it.
Good thing I had that grenade launcher at least.
Ready on the platform.
Too exuberant. Hurry.
Eh. I guess that was the end of the fight. Nice. So I kept that ghost up just long enough. I'll take it. That was almost certainly meant to be a lot harder, but since I snuck the ghost in. Oh my goodness.
Here you go.
Do I actually need to fight him? Alright, thanks. Thanks for not making me fight another like 10 knights.
Access is at the end of the corridor. You must simply interrupt the energy link.
Sounds easy enough.
Once the connection is broken, I will regain control immediately.
That's her guardian.
Oh dear. She has started the slipspace sequence. Unless that relay is interrupted, she will leave, taking the cryptum with her.
Well,
Guardian leaves with blue team, it's all over.
Only one of us has to reach the relay to stop her. We didn't come this far just to watch her leave. Exuberant, lower the shield.
Right away.
Osiris, move!
finish the fight.
What are you doing?
Here it comes.
Brace yourselves. Keep moving.
My guardians are deployed.
Do I need to fight him or not? Can I die from this or not?
Peace will reign across the known galaxy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Keep moving.
Well,
Almost there.
do I shoot her or no?
Behind me.
There! The relay! Destroy it!
Okay, that's as good of instruction as I can ask for, I guess.
Just one more question before I go. Where's the Infinity? Why is she so difficult to see?
Gonna take more than that.
Go on.
Look! You can do it!
Not to worry. I will find her.
Just another. You're not taking the cheat.
Yay!
Slipspace coordinates locked in. Cryptum secured. Goodbye, Mr. Locke.
Well, and then they all died.
Roll again!
What? What are you doing? What happened?
Do you hear me?
save them.
It is too late. The slip space drives are activated. You can't.
Well,
What constructors? This is a builder facility after all. I was installed by the builders. I serve the builders.
No. Stop it!
You took my installation.
bye-bye.
I'll take something of yours.
So do they still go into slip space, and that's why we find Master Chief in stasis or whatever in the Halo Infinite trailers? How does he get stranded in space? That has to be it, right? But then there it is, so... Oh my goodness, the audio. I apologize for the window sounds. Hashtag professional streamer, but... I blame the game for making the cutscene audio so much louder than the game. My audio settings should include the cutscene as well. Hi!
Where's Cortana? She's gone, sir.
Not again, no! Multiple overlapping distress calls.
Captain Lasky, distress calls, all channels.
It's
Well,
Her and the other AIs are shutting down everything from Earth to the outer colonies.
yeah. Need to do something about the other AIs. Well,
Titan seeks over infinity.
Lieutenant Jet, emergency subspace now!
so, yeah. I guess we saved Chief, but didn't stop Cortana in time, huh?
The mantle of responsibility
Well.
for the galaxy shelters all, but only the created are its masters.
We're in the clear, Captain.
Can she track us?
No reason to think she can't.
Continue random jumps, steer clear of major settlements. We're just gonna... Only until we could find a way to fight.
Huh. Is that where it leaves off till infinite? Well, no. That can't be it. How does... I assume the game starts in... with Master Chief in the little capsule or whatever, but... or being, like, frozen in space, but... that doesn't answer how he gets there. Maybe it's not the beginning of the game and something happens to him? I don't know. It is I, Master Chief, here to save you. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna make that joke again.
It took you long enough.
Halo 5 Guardians. Developed by 343 Industries. Alright, well. I thought it would just sort of end with them, with Master Chief and Blue Team being sort of just thrown into slip space. And then, but I don't know, maybe like, at first I was like, okay, so Orion team is going to stop Cortana or interfere to try and save Master Chief. But they're going to disrupt it, but not entirely. So when Master Chief gets forced into slip space, maybe it breaks up and that explains the wreckage and him being in like a stasis sort of state in like the Infinite trailer. But no, he seems to be perfectly fine right here. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not the start of the game. I'm not sure. Maybe there's like a tutorial where, you know, you learn how to walk and whatever or something. And then at the end of that thing, he gets frozen. Like maybe it's a surprise attack and Cortana blows up his ship or whatever. And then, you know, he gets like frozen or whatever there. And then that guy comes along and finds him later. And you know, there's just like a span of time where he's just out, you know. I don't know. I know there was a reintroduction of like the Halo Infinite campaign, I think, or a new trailer or something. I haven't seen it yet, so all I'm working off with here is the stuff they showed off at E3 for Infinite. But yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed that game, you know? I don't want to be a broken record, say, you know, a bunch of things that I've already said in the past to stuff, but I'll just briefly mention it again here for people who are just skipping to the end for some reason. But I really like the controls compared to the other games. Again, if there was a way for me to make the Halo 4 controls basically the same as the Halo 5 controls, then my bad. But I just didn't know about it at the time, so for me, this is the first Halo game with great controls. At least ones that I've played with, you know. But yeah, I have a lot of hope for Halo Infinite. I haven't seen anything about teammates or AI teammates in there. As I've been saying throughout this game, I really like how, you know, if you get shot and you lose all your health, you know, there's a chance for your allies to heal you and stuff. I love that aspect of it. I know it's probably not like something like a Halo veteran who wants to complete all the games on the max difficulty might want, but for me as a filthy casual who's never played the Halo games prior to this series, I really like, you know, that mechanic of it. Commanding your teammates, telling them where to go, telling them what enemies to focus on. It seemed like a lot of times they wouldn't shoot at enemies unless I targeted them, so maybe they could have improved upon that a bit. Maybe you know, there was some work they still could have done with the save system, especially in that last few minutes where, you know, I kept dying and that's to that tank and stuff and to those hunters. You know, that's really annoying when, I don't know, I've always hated it in games where you have to redo an entire section if you die. I know it's been in gaming forever, you know, going back to like, you know, the Mario games and stuff. Like if you die, you know, you start from the beginning of the level, or if you lose all your lives, then you have to start over. I just think that's a waste of time. I hate games that force you into doing stuff like that. And even stuff like this where, you know, it's certainly better than older games. It's still annoying for me to have to redo sections, especially if I keep, you know, dying to the same things like I did there. So that was pretty annoying, but overall, I actually like the story. You know, this might be a shock to some people, but you know, I know there were some people who commented in chat, in the stream chat before in previous Halo games, and said, "Oh, you're going to hate Halo 5. You're going to wish you hadn't played it and stuff." I thought it was pretty good. You know, I had a great time with the controls, which make a huge difference. I like the music. They always nail the music, you know. I don't know if there's ever been like a game series that I know of that has consistently, you know, nailed the music. But, you know, Halo just keeps doing great work with the music in game. Even as we've been scrolling through these credits here, you know, the music is just amazing. It really gives you a sense of grandeur and, you know, amazing scale and stuff. So the music's always been, hey, Phil Spencer. The music's always been spot on. I love that. As far as the story goes, I kind of, it's still kind of weird that Cortana came back. That was the big thing about Halo 4, right? That she sacrificed herself for mankind, only to now be like the main villain in this game. I can see how some people who really like Cortana might not like that. But I don't know. I think like towards the end, I think she started being a pretty good villain, as someone who still obviously cares about Master Chief and stuff. She just wants him to be on her side, and yeah, the reason she gives for doing what she's doing are pretty generic. Like, you hear the same stuff from like the Empire and Star Wars, and the what's it called? Oh man, I'm blanking on their names. The bad guys in Assassin's Creed, whatever. I can't believe I'm blanking on their names, but whatever. Not the point. But you hear the same arguments a lot in different games and different media. But I can see people not liking that for being like a pretty generic reason for being the bad guy. Like, oh, we gotta control, and then there will be peace everywhere. I can see people thinking of that as like a lame reason for Cortana to switch sides, essentially, and try to enslave humanity, basically. But yeah, I'm interested to see what Halo Infinite's going to do. I'll definitely be streaming that when it comes out on Game Pass. So if you're watching this live, follow me on Twitch. That's where I'm streaming this live. Twitch.tv/GrandNoodleLite. I'll have a link in the description. If you want to see me play other Halo games, I'll have a playlist down below on the YouTube video to the entire Halo series. So if you want to see me play like Halo 3, I know is a popular one, Combat Evolved, or any of the other main Halo games, there's a playlist down there to me playing the entire saga. And if you're just skipping to the end of Halo 5, I'll also have a link down below if you want to see me play the entire game. So yeah. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe, all the good stuff that every YouTuber asks you to do on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, hit that follow button if you haven't already. Be sure to join the Steam group and Discord to get notified of when I go live. And yeah, yeah, skip. I want to see if there's any like after the cutscene or after the credit stuff. No. All right. Maybe there was and I skipped it. I don't know. If I did, my bad. But yeah, that's basically the end of me playing Halo 5 Guardians. I actually really like the game. I'm not going to give it a score or anything, but I don't think numbers are a great way to judge a game, but I enjoyed it. I really was enjoying this a lot more than the other games. Again, simply because of the controls, Maybe I could have said it in Halo 4 correctly or something, I don't know. But it just makes a huge game when a game has controls that you're used to, It just makes so much of a difference. It really improved the game for me. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll have to watch some videos on YouTube about why people hate the new Halo so much. They seem good to me. I like the sprinting. I don't think the maps are bad for sprinting or anything. I don't see what the big deal is. But hey, maybe I can watch other people's perspective on YouTube, and maybe since I've played the other Halo games, maybe I'll sort of see where they're coming from. Whereas if I hadn't played the games, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. If you want to tell me if you think I'm wrong and this game sucks, tell me why down below. Tell me why you like or dislike it or whatever. But yeah, I think that's it for now. So yeah, the next Halo game I play will be Halo Infinite. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I already said all the like, subscribe stuff. So yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I guess I'll say this. Let me know in the comments if you've been watching the entire thing. I'm curious if there's anyone that's watched me play the entirety of, well, Halo 5, but also the entire Halo series I got. I'm curious if anyone's going to do that. I read every comment. I'm actually really curious if there's someone out there who will watch the entire series I have. So I will read it, so don't feel shy about commenting. I really want to know if someone's actually done that. So let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what you guys want me to play. I know there's a lot I've told you guys to do, but let me know if there's another game you want to see me play quite a bit. I will be doing Halo Infinite for sure. But if there's any other game that's not even related to Xbox or Halo, it doesn't have to be related to any of those. If there's any game you want to see me play, leave a comment down below. Honestly, I want to see what people think. If there's a game that people want to see, I might consider doing that. But yeah, whatever. I've told you to do enough stuff. But thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Halo Infinite. Bye.